Hello and welcome back to the 4-4-SHU podcast. Please remember, as always, to like the video, comment and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter at 44SHU. I'm joined in the studio today by Andy.
Hello.
And our special guest today, Ben Brazy.
Yes,
hello.
yes. Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Good. And you, Andy?
Yeah, not bad.
Lovely
Better now
stuff.
you're here.
Oh, boys, don't. You're going to make me blush.
All right.
So Ben is big fan of the show and
Big
our
fan.
friend that we met in the pub
Yes,
Yes.
a
that's
few months
correct.
ago. And he's also a Spurs fan, which is, as you can see on the shirt.
Interesting.
We'll talk about Chelsea Spurs, sadly, later. But as we always do, I'm going to start with a quiz. And because we knew you were coming on, I've set you and Luke a Man City versus Tottenham quiz. And so, the first question is, how many players can you name that have played for both clubs? And before you both start naming the players, just give me a number of how many players you think you can list. And whoever can do more can have the point.
This is going to be a real test.
Yeah, there aren't many names here that I
I'm
know.
going to say I can name two. Off the dome. That's about it.
I think I'm going to get pummeled in this. I can name one.
Okay, well then I guess Luke, you can have the question then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and if you think of any, I don't know, how are we doing it? Are we thinking
Well,
Ben gets any more?
Ben, is one your final answer?
Well, no, I was trying to
okay.
go back, but I don't want to take ages, so I feel like you've got more than me. I feel like you get the question.
Okay. I was going to say Kyle Walker
Yeah.
Of course.
and Adebayor.
Yeah, correct.
How could I forget?
They're probably the most obvious of
Yeah.
the two.
Do you want
We've also got, I've not wrote everyone down because some of them were in like 1920. And
Right.
you know-
Okay,
you know
alright,
what I mean.
fair.
But some that your dad will probably know, Luke.
Okay,
Paul Stewart, Clive Allen,
no idea.
Korluka, you'll know Korluka, Croatian centre-back, played for Spurs.
When?
2013 maybe. I recognise the name. He also played for Man City in the 8-1 loss to Middlesbrough.
Oh,
dear.
And Michael Brown, that's another answer.
No, I don't recognise that name.
Oh really? Croatian centre-back. I recognise him. But
Paul Stewart. That's just my uncle's name and my dad's name.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a point for you, Luke.
Yeah.
And so then, one for you, Ben. How many goals has Harry Kane scored against Manchester City?
Jesus Christ.
I can give you how many games he's played in, if that...
Please, yeah.
Okay,
go
so
on.
in 16 games.
Right, in 16 games, he scored 8 goals.
Okay, incorrect. Luke, do you want to guess?
10.
No, surprisingly 5.
Oh.
5?
Yeah, 5 in 16. But then in all these 1-0 Spurs games at
Yeah.
your new
Yeah.
stadium, it's always
very
like
true.
Son, I think.
Yeah.
Like-
Son,
but yeah, you
Luke
would think he'd have a
Moura.
better record.
Kulusevski on his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more scorers, but I can't. But
Yeah. Okay, well, the same question for you, Luke, but
Okay.
with Aguero. How many goals did Aguero score against Tottenham in 18 games?
In 18 games. I think he's when they did that stat where it's like what players scored the most against your club, he was top for you, I think.
Oh, really? Probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for like
Ooh,
9.
9. Okay, no. What would you guess?
In 18,
In 18 games.
7.
12.
Oh, I
Jesus
was gonna
Christ.
say
18.
12.
Yeah, I know.
I was
you
going to
would-
say
I was
12
gonna
as
You
say
were
well.
literally
12.
about to say it and you stopped
I
yourself.
was like, do I go over or
I saw
under?
your face and I was like, oh, I can't
Oh yeah,
say
don't
it.
read my face, man. Okay, well I think this should be a pretty easy one for you, Ben. Who was Tottenham's manager in the League Cup final against Manchester City in 2021?
Oh, I know this.
I know this. And it should have been Jose Mourinho. But instead it was that fraud who needs to leave my club alone. Seriously, I don't like this guy. I don't know why he's still there. I don't know why he gets the time of day. I don't know why he gets the endorsement. Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop. Just stop. You're a mediocre player. And not even that. You were a mediocre player. And then when you joined the coaching staff and you're assistant manager and for Nuno and then you're a manager after Jose... I can't. I'll get emotional. He needed to say, as a man, to step up and say, this is too big. You can't put this on my plate. It's too much for me right now.
was a very bizarre decision by the board to sack Mourinho the day was it week before?
It was the week before. I think it was like, 3 or 4 days to play. It's because
Yeah.
of all that
Very-
Super League stuff, wasn't it?
It was the Super League stuff, but it was just a bizarre decision.
And Mourinho, we know what Mourinho's like. He's a real man. Daniel Levy didn't like it and said, "Get out of my club." That's what happened, but it's a shame because that should have been a trophy.
I was gonna say he's lost out on a lot of money there, Levy. 'Cause
Yeah,
if they would
yeah,
have
yeah.
won, they would have got the money
No, it's true.
And they could end the trophy drought.
and the
Wow.
trophy draw.
2008.
Hopefully this season, inshallah, please.
But Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason's the player that ended his career early as well, wasn't he? Got a really bad injury.
He's pretty young.
Pretty
still.
sure against Chelsea for Hull.
Oh, was it?
I think
Maybe.
he played for Hull.
He did play for Hull.
Yeah, he got injured
He
against
went
Chelsea
out on
then.
loan. Or maybe we sold him because he was mediocre.
Yeah.
This is my point. He was really, really not very good. He was like Ryan Mason is like a Harry Winks.
Yeah, Harry Winks level. Yeah.
Very, very Harry Winksy kind of player. Very, very
Bang
Spursy
average.
player. It's like just because you've been with us for so long and you say how much you love the club, it's like, oh yeah, go on then. That's literally what it's like. It's like, oh Ryan, do you want to be the manager for the game? Oh yeah, go on then. Like, fucking hell, I can't take it.
The amazing thing about that as well is when they pulled up the statistics of Pep v Ryan Mason, how many
Oh.
games he's managed, how many
Became a meme
trophies he's
format.
won. They did him in there, didn't
Yeah,
they?
Yeah.
Poor
It's
Ryan.
rough. It's rough, but this is why you don't step up. You need to know your level in life always. That's like me saying, "Oh, I've been watching the boxing this weekend. I'm ready to fight Tommy Fury." How would that end?
But you take that opportunity, surely.
We need
What,
to
to get
discuss
battered by
we need-
Tommy Fury?
We need to discuss the bag first. Guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ryan Mason
Yeah,
for
but
Spurs.
he won't be on that much money.
Still, it's a
Would he
great
still be on his
opportunity.
assistant manager money? Or would he have got a bit of
Nah,
a pay
he would have
rise?
got a pay rise.
He would have
for
gotten a
sure.
pay rise for what the 3 weeks. That
Is
he
that what it was?
It
Yeah.
wasn't long.
Oh, I
It
don't even
wasn't-
remember.
It wasn't long. I think we played 2 league games in that cup game. I think.
And then he just said, nah, not for me.
And then it was like, no, this is not going well, guys.
We need a serious manager.
Okay, so sticking on the cup final theme, Manchester City won that game 1-0, Luke.
Yes.
But who scored?
Aymeric Laporte.
Oh, yes, correct.
Very nice.
After he
thought
probably
I might-
should have got a red card.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
not letting that go.
That would have definitely caught me out, but was that behind closed doors as well? I think it.
No,
No.
it wasn't full
was
capacity.
limited,
It was
yeah,
limited
yeah,
capacity.
yeah.
It was
Oh,
the
okay.
first match of limited capacity, I think.
And you had to do loads
Post-COVID.
of COVID shit to get
Yeah.
in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough. So next question, which I think's a bit of an easy one, and it's for you, Ben.
Here we go.
Which club did Tottenham sign Kyle Walker from?
You know what? Funnily enough, I didn't actually know this until that long ago.
Oh, right, okay.
For me, Kyle Walker just kind of arrived one
Yeah.
day, like just
Mm.
off the back of a bus, and was like, "Fucking let's have it."
Yeah.
Sheffield United.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
His
he was
boyhood club.
his boyhood club. He was an academy player. I've actually got colleagues who went to school with him, and one of them is actually kind of not a friend, but a distant friend. Like when he's
nice.
back in Sheffield, they go to the pub together and things like that. So, yeah, but I really didn't know that until probably about 2 years ago, which is a shocker. Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah. I mean, one of our friends as well knows somebody that's seen him in the pub a few times. Like, you know, the Champs pub. on the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
road?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Walker's been on there on international duty a
Mad.
few times.
Mad.
Just with the boys as well. I'm like,
Mad.
fair play. Like,
Why is he going Champs and not a nice place?
In fact, to be
Yeah.
fair, my barber actually cuts his hair
really?
when he's
Oh.
in Sheffield. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
In my barber, in the barber shop, they've got a signed City shirt with all the players, and Pep
Oh,
signed
cool.
it, and
Nice.
Carl brought it down. So to be fair, so I did know this from years ago. I've known that for about 4 years, but I just clearly forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though 4 years is not long enough, he's been at
Yeah.
City for 4 years.
Mm.
So
Yeah. It's funny
yeah.
how he still comes back to Sheffield so much as well. Like, fair play.
All
to
his
him.
family is still here, aren't they?
Yeah,
Like, he
they
got
all
in
live
trouble during lockdown for coming to see his mum.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he does.
I remember that. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, this is another question for both of you, so whoever wants it.
Right.
But do you
I
think
need this.
there are four? So Adebayor played for 4 Premier League teams. Can you name all 4?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well then go
Lock
on.
me in. Arsenal,
Yeah,
Tottenham Hotspur,
yeah,
Manchester City,
yeah.
Swansea.
No,
No,
you got one wrong. He didn't play for Swansea. So
I
Luke,
could have.
I don't know his fourth club. Yeah, he did play for Swansea.
no, he didn't.
I'm checking this.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
fact check it, but
Oh wait, no. It was the white kit, but it's the Spurs kit where he refused to give somebody the man of the match. That was when he was at Spurs, wasn't it?
I don't know.
yeah, I
Oh,
don't
do you
know.
remember? You know how there's the thing of congratulations, so and so. You're man of the
Oh
match,
yeah,
and
that
they
was
get
at
them to do it. That
Spurs.
was at
Yes,
Spurs,
yes,
though,
yes. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
Fourth club he was at.
I mean, I feel like if you don't know, you don't know. Like,
Hang on, I can
Can I
get
have a
it.
guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna just, I don't know, Southampton.
no.
No, never. I've got.
You said Swansea. So.
I thought it was Swansea. I can almost envision like watching him celebrate at Swansea doing the salute.
Okay, well,
But I've got a feeling there's like a little feeling that it might be Chelsea, but it's not Chelsea.
No, it's not Chelsea.
So then I'm thinking blue kits. I'm thinking West Brom.
no. So I'm gonna have to give
Go
you
on.
the answer.
Go on.
Crystal Palace.
No,
I
I
don't
never
know.
knew
I
that.
never
No, I
knew
never
that.
knew
And
that.
please do fact check. See if he did play for
Did he
Swansea.
play there first?
No.
Or did he
No,
play
no,
there?
end of his career.
End of career.
What,
okay.
after Spurs?
After Spurs, yeah.
I
He
feel
must
like
have
I
been
would
old
have
then.
known that.
I think it was a January signing, free
Right.
agent, I think. But yeah,
Oh.
please check if he played for Swansea, but otherwise my research is terrible. But yeah, someone's got that. So I'll just wait to see if he...
Yeah.
No, never happened, boys.
Well, thank God for that. I've saved my blushes.
Never ever happened.
Okay, and so you took that question, Ben, didn't you? So, Luke,
Yep.
this is one for you. And you were at the game this season. Manchester City beat Tottenham 4-2
I
at the
was
Etihad.
there.
But which player scored the first goal?
Oh my god.
This is for the match, by the way, Luke. If you get
Okay.
this.
Emerson Royal scored the second.
Yep.
Was it Kulusevski?
Oh, yes. Well played. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, you won 3-2 on this week's quiz. But
Well done, well
done.
played.
good
You
effort
know
from you
what? I
as
feel
well.
like I held my own actually. I was
Yeah.
expecting to get battered then. So
Well, speaking of getting battered, I guess we should talk about Spurs v Chelsea.
straight into it.
Nice.
The
So-
glasses are off.
Oh yeah, we're down to business. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I thought first half was quite even. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah.
But and just before the end of the first half was the big talking point of the match, which was Ziyech's red card turned yellow card
Yeah.
almost immediately.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what are your opinions on that? Firstly, the red.
So when it was all happening, I was like, "What's going on here?
Yeah.
What is actually just going on?" That kind of stayed my mindset until I saw what I saw on Sky Sports Ref Watch. The immediate feelings were just, "What's going on? How can it be a red?" And then straight into a yellow.
Yeah.
It's confused refereeing. It's poor refereeing, and I was a bit frustrated because obviously in a derby game, an opposition player gets a red card, you celebrate that.
Oh, of course.
You
yeah.
celebrate. You're very happy about that, especially when it's still 0-0.
Big talking point.
It's
yeah.
it's what we needed. It is exactly what we needed. It was a little gift to us. It's going to boost the confidence. We're going to start applying pressure. We're going to start stretching them, using the open spaces. I'm excited about this. And then it goes straight into a yellow, and I'm just like, well, how does that actually even happen? What are your feelings?
Oh, yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. I feel like we slightly got away with one. I don't think it's necessarily a red, but you don't see many referees instantly change their decision either.
No.
And, I mean, I'm thinking back to 2016 Battle of the Bridge when Spurs should have had about 3 players sent off.
Yeah, what a crazy game.
It's always a heated game, which
Yeah.
I love about
I
it.
love. Yeah. You
You don't see it enough, really, do you?
No.
And
I just wish we could see Diego Costa in his prime at Chelsea going up against Romero.
oh yeah, that would be
Imagine
so
that.
lively. Yeah.
Imagine.
That guy is so jarring, that Romero.
Oh, I
But,
love
like,
him.
Yeah, of course you do.
Absolute
but, like,
shithouse.
Yeah, that's
oh,
it. Yeah.
You have to love
Like,
it.
I'm pretty sure in the game at the Bridge he did something that really annoyed me as well. The 2-2 this year.
Yeah, probably.
Was he the one that pulled Cucurella's hair? Or was
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck
and
that
that was
guy.
awful. That was like honestly,
You
that
got
was
away with
awful.
murder.
Yeah, he did get away with murder. I remember watching that, and then in the coming days, seeing different angles on Twitter, and I was just like, "How did we actually get away with that?" Because that was bad.
Yeah, because you scored from the corner, didn't you? But anyway, let's stick to this
Let's
game.
stick to this game.
So yeah, I think we're both similar with the red. Like, was a bit of a weird one. And also, like, why is Ziyech getting involved? Like, he's quite lucky to still be playing for Chelsea.
True.
Like, it's weird how
I don't know why he's still there, to be fair.
he had his PSG move fail, which apparently Chelsea fucked up on, which fair enough. But then,
that's what I heard.
But then he's playing every week now and just not producing the goods. Like, I mean, not that anyone is really producing the goods.
No
for
one's
Chelsea,
producing at Chelsea.
But, like, it's
Who
just
gets your
frustrating.
goal of the month?
Oh, well, February's goal of the month was João Felix with our only goal of the month.
See,
away to West Ham.
That's rough, that.
Yeah, that's very bleak.
That's not good.
No, and I saw a stat that Chelsea have scored 5 goals in the last 15 games, which is the lowest for any team in the top 4
That's rough.
English leagues.
I think I saw a stat on Sunday after Man City Bournemouth,
Oh yeah.
and it was Pep Guardiola scores 4 goals in 90 minutes. Graham Porter scores 4 goals in 8 games.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bleak. And it's not like we've even been playing all the best teams. We had Southampton at home. That's got to be a couple
And
of
they
goals
beat you,
in
didn't
that.
they?
Yeah, 1-0.
That's ridiculous.
Bottom of the league, managerless.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, let's stay on track.
But
yeah, I'm going into half-time thinking, we've played all right. We've had a very big decision go our way. We should be sound. And then 30 seconds into the second half, you have the first chance, which I can't remember who shot it, but then it comes back to Oliver Skip.
Yeah, and
he
he just
puts it top in.
What a goal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good goal.
It was a great goal. For
goal.
someone who doesn't shoot very often, fantastic goal.
Well,
And also someone who doesn't play that often. He's only playing because we're in an injury crisis
Yeah.
with our midfield. So it's like he's stepping up to the opportunity. He's shown what he can do. I'm all for it. I love Skip, to be fair. I think he's developed a lot in the last probably 2 seasons. Getting quite a lot of play time under Mourinho. And then also Conte right at the start. I think he played quite a lot of Conference League.
Okay.
And it was good. I was seeing week on week, this is good, he's improving. And then it all went quiet a bit because we got the signings that we wanted and needed in the midfield to solidify a little bit. But now that there's an injury crisis, I feel like he's just slid straight into the team.
Yeah.
You can see what he wants to do. He wants to make his name. He wants to be a first team player. And I'm all for it. I support him on it. I hope he plays tonight, and I hope he enjoys himself out there.
And I saw as well that it was his first goal for Tottenham. Like,
Yes.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
how typical. What were you going to say, Luke?
I was just going to say, that's why I really like, Conference League, Europa League.
Yes.
You get to see some B team
Of course.
players that kind of can show what they can do to the gaffer.
100%.
And get into the first
and get
team.
into the first team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Because I think Papa Mate Sarr as well, same story for him.
Yeah.
And he's probably, in my opinion, our best midfielder.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I love him.
Over
so
Bentancur?
much. Oh, easily. Because of his age.
Okay.
I feel like you give him consistent play time and no injuries over a full season, then put him next to Bentancur the next season, he's a better player. And I love Bentancur.
Well,
Don't get it twisted. I've got a shirt in the post. I love him. And get well soon as well. But
yeah, that was a terrible injury.
it was awful. Yeah, it was awful. I'm really upset.
Against Leicester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's come out that it's going to be probably 2 seasons till he's fully fit. So
It was an ACL, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
that's always.
So it's like
It's the worst.
it's probably. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna tap the desk, and you know what that means. I'm touching wood. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna get into hypotheticals. But I hope that he's well. I hope he's recovering, and I look forward to seeing him back on the pitch. That's it. It's sad.
Yeah. But then, so sticking on that Sarr, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really know much about him at all. Is he a young signing then?
Yeah. We signed him. I want to say 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Oh wow, really?
From Watford.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think from Watford.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I think from Watford or a French team, because I remember there was a lot of confusion.
Oh yeah.
No,
there's
it's
two
from a French team.
Oh, is it the French? Yeah.
It's from a French
there's 2 of
team,
them.
but it was very confusing because it was the season Watford were going down,
Yeah.
and then the headlines were saying Sarr, and everyone thinks we're going for the winger
Yeah.
who ruined Liverpool's
Watford,
unbeaten, champion Premier League championship. But then I want to say that he's from a French club, maybe
Monaco or.
I wanted to say Rennes. Let me check.
Yeah, fair enough. But I feel like there are a few Tottenham players that I just don't know anything about. And like, obviously at the minute you say an injury crisis, like Oliver Skip's appearing out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Oliver Skip though.
I
Of
know
course
him,
you
but
know
like,
Oliver
I don't
Skip.
know. I couldn't tell you much about him.
You don't need to know much. Academy lad.
There's not much to know, is there?
There's not much to know.
Yeah, academy lad.
It was FC Metz from France.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got confused there because it's the year Tottenham are going down, so I thought you might have just.
Tottenham are going down, are they?
Tottenham are never
The year
going
Watford
down.
went down.
The year Watford went down.
So
yeah.
I thought you were just nicking their players, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought originally, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? At the time, Passar would have been a good move because Lucas is aging, and we didn't really have any threat. We didn't have Kulusevski, and I was like, yeah, I'd be up for that. But he's still at Watford, and he's still doing it. For
Yeah,
them.
which is
Yeah.
remarkable considering the Championship.
Yeah.
He's actually stayed.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, no,
surprising.
you've got to respect it. You've got to respect it.
Yeah, but so yeah, obviously Spurs scored in 30 seconds into the second half, which
Yeah.
is the worst time to concede.
It's awful.
Like,
It is awful.
and like we're talking about Chelsea, they don't make comebacks anyway. Like, was it the week before? I think we played Southampton. Maybe it was the game before. Maybe
I think it was the game before.
Yeah, and we go 1-0 down there, and I'm even thinking against Southampton,
How
bottom
do we
of the
get?
league. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
are we going to do anything? But yeah, against Tottenham, we didn't create much as soon as going 1-0 down. Their heads drop. I feel like.
Can I ask you something? Why
Go for it.
do you think that is in the Chelsea squad? Why do you think you can't come back from conceding first?
I mean, yeah, it's a great question, but it's not even just the thing of Graham Potter. We
No.
didn't come back under Lampard
No,
much
no,
or
no.
Tuchel.
No.
So we're talking about 5 years here, possibly.
Yeah.
Of if you go 1-0 down, you might get a draw. Like,
yeah. But it's just the mentality. Just it doesn't fit.
Yeah, because I think one time this year, I think it's only once, that we went 1-0 down at home to West Ham in like the 60th minute, and we somehow won 2-1. But even in that game, West Ham had a 2-2, like a equalising goal disallowed because there was a slight touch on Mendy, which was a bit questionable anyway. So even in our one comeback, we
It
probably
wasn't
shouldn't
clear.
have.
It
Yeah.
wasn't, yeah.
I was just going to say, in them teams unit, you said Spurs and Man United
Yeah.
for comeback kings.
Yeah.
I'd put Liverpool up there. They always come back
Yeah, Liverpool's another one.
all
yeah.
the time. Like 89th minute winners,
Yeah.
90th minute
The
winners.
97th
Well,
minute
I was
winner
actually
Yeah.
going to
Newcastle.
mention City.
I don't know. Last season before, no, we'd always go down and that'd be it basically. This year we've been this year we've been good actually. Yeah, 2-0 down to Spurs.
Yeah, exactly.
Down to
'cause-
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I think we're
Down
2-2.
to Brent. No, did they win that?
They won.
They won that.
They
Yeah,
won that.
They won that.
But I don't know. Yeah, we're doing all right this year, but that's yeah, it's just different this year.
No, that's
But-
fair. It is very different this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, that is the $1 million question, is it? Why can't Chelsea make comebacks? I guess it's a mentality thing.
It has
It
to
might
be a
be.
mentality thing.
Yeah.
And like-
but it just doesn't fit because this is a squad that have won a Champions League.
Yeah.
This is a squad that is full of world-class
I
players
was gonna
and
say.
should be challenging for a trophy every season.
Yeah.
And part of that is, you know, I hate to do it, but I'm going to praise Arsenal. Hate to do it, but it's having that grit and determination.
Yeah. 100%.
That, you know, when you watch Arsenal at the minute, they are conceding goals. They are conceding goals, and they're not scoring as many as they should because they're lacking their main striker, Gabriel Jesus. Eddie Nketiah is a fraud. He's trying and he's putting a good effort in. He's doing his job, but he's not good enough to win the league with them.
No,
don't
I
think.
agree with that,
I think
yeah.
they're desperate for Jesus back. But the thing is, when they concede a goal, whether it be to equalise a game or whether it to put them behind, the way that they all start working together, you can see there's a very clear vision, and it's them holding the Premier League at the end of the season. They all want that. They're all so desperate for that. And the things that they will do, they will all together move a mountain for it. Zinchenko, I didn't know that player was in him. I did not know that.
No, me neither.
He is an absolute. He's mental. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's good.
He's crazy. He does everything, and he's meant to be a left back, a left wing back, whatever position you want to say. But he ends up playing everywhere, and
Yeah,
it
he's
still
very-
works.
it's great.
And he's never out of position when you need him to be defending. When you
No.
need him to be covering that left hand side, it'll be there. And I just think it's amazing to see how much these players will get together and work together to get their goal. Every club needs that. Every winning club needs that.
Yeah.
We've seen it with City. We've seen it with City. The way that everybody has been, it's been slightly different, but the way everyone's been so well drilled and disciplined.
Yeah.
If everybody does their job, then we get the result. You've seen it with City. You see it with Arsenal. You don't see it with Spurs and Tottenham. That's the same club. You don't see it with Spurs and Chelsea.
Yeah.
You don't. And it just makes me think, like, what is going wrong. With us, I think I know what it is, but with you guys, it's like you've got a very good manager.
Okay, we'll discuss that in a minute, but
He was getting great results at Brighton for, 2 seasons? He's proven himself as a manager, I think.
I'd say he's proven himself at that level, but from Brighton to Chelsea,
Fair.
there's levels to this.
Bit of a leap
And
jump.
if you
It
look
is a big
at
jump.
if you look at his end to his Brighton career, it wasn't amazing. The results weren't unreal. And as well, look at the new Brighton manager,
I mean,
who's
he's doing a job.
better job,
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah.
And I don't know if either of you saw, but I saw an article today saying that Chelsea want to get this new Brighton guy. I'm like, leave Brighton alone. Like,
Yeah. Just leave them be.
I wouldn't want him either, to be honest.
No, but this is the crisis that you're in now. Who do you want? Because I know you don't
I
want.
asked you this last
go on,
week.
what you
I know
say.
you don't want Graham Potter anymore.
No.
But who do you hire?
This
you
is
gonna
this is a bombshell, right? And,
Yeah.
like,
Poch.
Yeah.
You can't touch him.
Poch.
You can't
And
touch him.
The thing is as well though, like I'm probably the only Chelsea fan that would actually want him, but I think
wow, the Chelsea fans are stupid then.
no, but it's the Spurs thing, isn't it? The same way that
yeah,
Spurs
yeah.
didn't want Mourinho. As soon as he comes in, it's different.
Yeah.
But-
Well, I was backing that one from day dot.
Fair,
'cause
but
I
a
was
lot of
like,
Tottenham
he's the
fans-
special
Mourinho,
one.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the special one.
A lot of Tottenham
fans
weren't,
didn't
though.
want. You're right. I remember the Twitter feeds and everything was blowing up about how we're gonna have a Chelsea manager.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And now you've got another Chelsea man in charge.
Conte, of
Conte,
course, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah. He hates Chelsea now, though.
The love I had for
fucking
him.
hate. Well, we're very lucky that you did what you did to him on his way out, because now he hates Chelsea.
Yeah, the love I had for Conte was different.
I can imagine.
But
I don't love him that much, you know.
do you not? That's
No.
interesting.
I'm kind of glad that he's not with us at the minute, to be
So
fair.
why is that?
I think we're playing better football.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I want to back Conte, but he's not the right man for this job.
Yeah, he's
'Cause-
not. No, he's not a Tottenham manager.
Well, he's not a Tottenham manager. When you take on a club like Tottenham, you're going to be asked to do big things with a very little budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, some seasons, maybe even no budget, literally nothing in, nothing out. You might get a loan, you might send someone out on loan, and you might sign a youngster for $3 million, and that might be a window. It's ridiculous. So you're going to be asked to move a mountain with a shovel that's made to use to build sandcastles at the beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Conte is a good manager. I like his philosophy. I like how hard he works the players in training. I like the unity that he tries to bring to the squad. But I think with the resources he has, he can't do what he's expected to do and what he wants to do. And that's not going to change. Like for ages, we've been screaming back Conte, back Conte, back Conte. It's not going to happen. So I just feel like bring Poch back. And this is loads of bombshells at once. I'm just dropping loads at once. But bring Poch back, apologise to him, give him a hug and a kiss, and just let him build. Give him
Well,
5 years.
him and Levy are boys, aren't they?
Somewhat.
They used to go out together.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He probably still got a bit something there.
I think there's got to be something there, because Poch is still saying, and this is why Chelsea can't touch him. He says, if I come back to the Premier League, I want to go back to Tottenham. And he's still saying that. Manchester United tried it.
Yeah, Manchester United did try.
They didn't get anywhere. Is he even still managing PSG? I don't actually know. He's not
He's been
anymore.
out of job for a while. Yeah.
He's just out of job. Huh?
He's just chilling at home.
Yeah.
This is what I mean.
He's chilling at
waiting
home.
for the call up.
He's chilling at home, dreaming of the Chelsea job. That's what he's
Absolutely
doing.
not. I don't think any manager dreams of the Chelsea job.
Nice payout.
Great payout. Great payout.
No, but I mean, it's also a great opportunity that you're going to have. You're going to be backed. You're going to
Yeah,
win trophies. You should
but
win
then-
trophies.
Okay, that's an interesting point. Are you going to be backed?
I'd say 100%. If you look at how much
Potter's
money,
been backed.
Yeah.
Potter hasn't been backed though.
why is that?
Because how much influence do you think Potter has had in any of these 600 millions worth of signings?
I'd say Enzo Fernandez.
I say no pois.
No, what?
I say nothing.
You
Well-
think that's Todd Bowie just wanting them all?
Well, out of the summer signings, obviously he wasn't in charge, so
No.
you just ignore those ones. But then
Yeah.
even like Cucurella's not done well, but he probably would have wanted Cucurella.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he's
probably
worked
would
with
have
him
wanted.
before,
They've
like-
worked together. Yeah. I
Well-
remember at very early days for Potter at Chelsea, there were some pictures that got put out of them in training, and they were hugging and laughing and
Yeah.
tussling
that's
about
good.
together. So I was like, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
they were gonna rekindle whatever they had at Brighton. But
See, I was just going to say, you don't think Potter wanted like João Felix or anything?
no,
Why not?
Yeah, why wouldn't? Have you seen João Felix
João
play?
Felix is great. Top boy.
He is a baller.
yeah, but it's just confusing again because you've got him on a loan.
Yeah.
It's not a loan to buy.
No, it's not. But there's a lot of talk he's going to sign in the summer anyway.
Do you think?
There's talk of it.
How much
If
is
he
that gonna
does,
cost, though?
then
Yeah. I don't
exactly, and this is more money. And now financial fair play is going to be different from the next window
Yeah.
because Todd Bowley's 8-year loophole is gone.
Yeah, it is gone. But so
So-
now we can just start spending like everyone else. So we don't have to.
Well, I don't know. Like
But-
I think. Yeah, João Felix is good. I mean, goal of the month, which is fantastic. A fantastic way to start your time at a club.
I think that's going in his cabinet.
But nah, I think Todd Bowley's having his way with Chelsea at the minute, and I wouldn't really want to. I wouldn't want to work there if I was a manager.
Well, talking about Todd Bowley generally though, it's an interesting one because he's put so much money in, so you can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Him sacking Tuchel straight away, terrible decision, but like
Yeah.
you do just have to move on. It's his club, whatever.
It's his club, yeah.
I do think now though, at what point do you think Graham Potter has to go? Like Chelsea are in relegation form. They've just lost to Tottenham at their new stadium for the first time.
This is your worst form in 40 years. I heard that the other day on Sky
Really?
News. Worst
Well,
form in 40 years.
We're talking about relegation form, yeah, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. And I think the only reason why Potter's still in the job is because Bowley made such a push to get him in. It's his guy.
Yeah.
We've been talking about long-term projects, and that's all well and good.
Yeah,
But
this is another thing because that is how Todd Bowley sees Chelsea at the minute.
It's long term.
It is a
yeah.
long term, and this is why everyone's been signed for 8 years. And there must be some logic to it because with the Mudryk signing, this is where it clicked to me. Like, oh shit, maybe Chelsea are on something because he was going to Arsenal.
Yeah.
That was set. That was happening. He wanted to be at Arsenal. Arsenal take Mudryk on now, get rid of that fraud Martinelli, and they're winning the league. They're storming it. It's going to be great, right? But then he says no to that and goes to Chelsea for an extra, I think it was like 40k a week,
Yeah,
which isn't even really that
that's
much
not much,
money.
no.
It's not that much money. So it's like, well, why has he done this?
And
And
he's
why is
looking
he
at the long
signed on this
term.
8-year contract? Because he's looking on the long
Yeah.
term. There must have been some presentations and some talks delivered to these players, Mudryk and Fernandes, and
Yeah.
there must be something in it. Because, I mean, you look at Fernandes especially, he's not playing Champions League football next season now.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is what big players want to do. He's just had an amazing World Cup. He wants to play on the world stage,
Yeah.
but instead he's going to be playing in the Carabao Cup. That's going to be an exciting day out for him. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
not
He'll
it.
probably stay at home for those games. That's probably part of the contract. I don't want to play.
Probably.
Don't want to play Swindon away.
Honestly,
But-
that's what I mean.
Yeah, no. I mean, I do agree with everything you're saying there, though. Like, Bowley's obviously very good at selling this project.
Yeah.
You can't see it right now, and it's looking very bleak right now. But
Yeah.
I think next season will be a totally different story.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hope so, but yeah.
You
And
hope
maybe-
so. You're not enjoying this suffering.
I want to see good football always.
Fair.
You know, when I
That's
watch
nice.
Chelsea, I don't even watch Chelsea anymore because it's boring.
Yeah.
It is boring to watch Chelsea.
Sadly, I do.
Who did you play in the Champions League and lose to?
Dortmund.
I was gonna watch that game because I was like, oh yeah, Dortmund are gonna batter them. But even that was a boring game, 1-0.
Yeah, and we didn't actually play that badly in that game, but it was just. Did you see the Dortmund goal they scored? It was from a
What a
corner.
goal.
No, but like it was our corner.
Well, the Adeyemi goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a goal.
No, but like it was our corner,
yeah.
and then he's 1-on-1 with Enzo Fernandez. That's so poor defensively. Like,
Yeah, of
Why
course
is
it's
Enzo the only
poor.
lad back there?
Yeah.
But my man ran the length of the pitch
Yeah, he did, but like,
and then took it round your keeper.
yeah,
And how old is Adeyemi? 19.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. something
Fucking
like that.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Dortmund are making some players, man.
Well, because the thing
That's
is,
their
well, is
system.
That is their system, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've always done it. If we go back, like Lewandowski, Dortmund.
yeah,
Yeah.
must be frustrating though, the glass ceiling that like
Oh yeah.
you can do all this, but you're never gonna be
Yeah,
at the top.
No.
that's true.
They've won the Champions
But
League.
you know
though.
what they have, yeah. But if I was a Dortmund fan, I don't think I'd mind because you just know you're always in for a fucking ride.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
you're always because they're owned by the fans, part owned by the
Yeah.
fans, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the whole culture is different over there, and like I think they go down not always wanting to win trophies and to challenge, but let's play good football.
Yeah.
Let's see players rise. Let's
Yeah.
have a reputation and be known as a club you should not want to play. And when you come here, it's a difficult game for you.
Yeah.
And we might not always win, but we have a fucking good time. That's how I probably
Actually,
see
they
it.
have won I don't know what the official titles, like the German equivalent of the FA Cup. They won
The
that last year before.
DKL Copa or something.
I don't know what
The
it
big
is,
gold
but
trophy.
I know what you're on about. Though,
The big gold one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is something I found out about Dortmund the other day. They've actually got a bigger stadium than Bayern Munich.
Wow.
Well, they've just expanded, haven't they? They've opened a new.
So it was with the Champions League. They were able to have their full 80,000 capacity for the first time because of the safe standing aspect. The first time was against Chelsea. I was like, oh, brilliant.
Big yellow wall.
Big yellow wall. You don't want to go and play against the big yellow wall.
No, you don't. And after that first leg, I was saying, I'm quietly confident we'll turn it around because we played quite well. And their goal was okay. You said it's a good goal, but it was just poor. It was a poor setup from Chelsea, though. Like,
it's poor defensively.
You've got to be doing better.
I think it's a fantastic goal.
However, Thiago Silva getting injured against Tottenham, and he's now out for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
my confidence for the second leg is just.
Who have you got available?
For Wesley Fofana. Yeah. It's not even Badiashile. He's unregistered. Oh that's dear. Bleak. God, who else is there? Koulibaly.
Oh, okay, but he's not been playing well.
No, he's not. He was all right in the Champions League, though, because it's not the pace of the Premier League. But so yeah, it'd probably be Fofana and Koulibaly, I imagine, which is not a bad pairing.
It's not awful.
But it's not Thiago Silva.
No. He's. I don't know where he got this second win from when he came to Chelsea.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't know because he's 39 now.
38.
38.
Yeah.
Oldest player in the Prem.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. Props to Thiago Silva.
Yeah. Hope he makes it to 40.
That would be good.
Still playing at Chelsea.
Yeah, that would be good.
He's got a contract till 39, so.
Wow, let's see.
Yeah, still possible.
Give him an 8-year contract.
Well, I'll just briefly touch on that as well, talking about contracts. I don't know if either of you saw, but N'Golo Kante is lining up to be signing a 3-year contract extension, which, from an outsider's perspective, you might think, oh, that's good business, but he's played like 2 league games this year. He got injured against Tottenham at the Bridge in that 2-2. He's not played since then.
Yeah.
The season before, he missed about half the year from injury. The year before that, he missed half the year for injury. Ever since the Europa League final against Arsenal, his injury record has been awful.
Yeah.
There's a player in there, but he's 32 and we're going to give him a 3-year contract. That
Is
just
this
doesn't
why
sit right with me.
He's come on TikTok to make the fans love him again?
What, Kante's on TikTok? I'm not a TikTok
this
man,
week, only this week, I've just... and to be fair, the edits are nice. The edits are good. You should watch them. Like, he posted that triple nutmeg goal against us.
Oh, yeah.
And, like... He put like the loading, like the swirly thing above all the Spurs players, and I was like, "Fuck you!" But it's a bit confusing to me why you'd want to extend that
by 3 years as well. Like 1 year, I'd be like,
what has he got left?
I was gonna say when.
Is it just months?
Yeah,
it's months now. Well, you've got to do it to get some money out of him then, I suppose. I suppose it'll be give him a 3-year contract and sell him at some point next year.
Yeah, I don't know. Just like don't want to say anything bad about the guy. Lovely guy, unbelievable player on his day, but I just think he's a bit past it.
One of my favourite Premier League footballers from the last decade, to be fair. I really liked him. I liked the rise from Leicester to Chelsea.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I think he's just such a humble guy. He's focused on football. He loves playing football, and that's it. Like, he doesn't care about the lifestyle. He drives a Mini Cooper. You never see him going out. Like, he's a family man. What's not to like?
Yeah,
you know
true.
What I mean?
But a 3-year contract.
But I don't know why. Yeah, exactly. Just because you like someone, just because you love someone, it doesn't mean that they should be at your football club.
Yeah.
And I feel like N'Golo Kante is getting to that with Chelsea now.
Don't think a 3-year contract though isn't going to make someone come in. Like Cancelo signed a new contract in the summer, and he's now at Barca.
Yeah, I mean,
true, but
and he might go on a perm.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
But this is
he's gone. He's gone, isn't he?
He's probably gone.
Yeah, no, I think Cancelo's gone.
That's toast. Yeah.
But then as well, who's going to take a 33-year-old Kante who's potentially, if Chelsea are selling him, he's out of form. And he's on probably 200 grand a week, being overpaid for what the product is at that point.
Of course.
He's not going to take a pay cut.
Well, he's on 300 grand a week at the minute, so 200
and he's going to go down to 200. Okay.
Well, these are just figures I've seen. Like, you never know the official.
You never know the official numbers.
Yeah.
Well, MLS. He's at that age, isn't he?
Maybe back to France.
Or back to France. Back to France.
There's always been talk of PSG. I could see
Jesus Christ.
No, but PSG bringing like under Herrera, like Kante's better.
True.
Than that.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, much better. To be fair.
So I could see that potentially.
But I just, when you come out with things like that about PSG, it's like you lot want to win the Champions League so bad. You need to prove yourselves, and then you make signings like this. Like, make it make sense. You're going to lose Mbappe and bring Kante. Sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good,
Sound.
good business. Yeah.
Yeah, great business.
But yeah, I guess we should move on then. So there were the big results in the Premier League in the title race with Arsenal beating Leicester 1-0 and Man City beating Bournemouth 4-1. So is much you want to say about the City game?
The City game, yeah, it was nice. It was good.
It was nice.
It was nice.
Very nice.
Rico Lewis starting again. He hasn't started for the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, since Cancelo left,
Since
wasn't it?
well, yeah, it was a case of Cancelo getting jealous over this 18-year-old lad from Bury, and then Pep just didn't start him, which was a bit weird. But
Very weird.
he's back in now. Made a great tackle that's basically started the first goal. My boy Julian Alvarez getting a brace.
This guy's a fraud. That Alvarez guy's a fraud.
What do you mean he's a
He's
fraud?
not the next Aguero.
We need to bring you on the
He's
pod
alright.
more often. I'm the only one that says this, Ben,
He's-
and I catch strays for it.
No, he's
Nah,
not.
nah,
He's
nah.
good. He's a solid player.
I'm sorry,
Solid.
but you watched the game last night as well, didn't you?
Yeah. You're not a biggest fan.
I'm not influenced by him at all.
Really?
Not at all.
No.
I don't understand it. I don't understand the hype, but I think he'll be a decent player. If you want to use FIFA ratings, yeah, I think he'll peak at an 83. I don't know how to say it. I don't think he's got a long future at City like everyone's saying. I don't think he's going to be a world beater. I don't think he's going to be a Ballon d'Or winner. I don't think he's going to be the next Aguero.
Okay.
But I mean, like, the talk of him being at Man City, the reason why I don't think he'll be at Man City that long is because how long can you sit on the bench for? And I know he starts the occasional game, but Haaland's going to play
Haaland
any
has
big
to play.
game. Yeah.
Has
I
to
think
play.
I think he's gonna start a lot more next year. Maybe in that number 10 role. He probably won't be in an Aguero style. He might drop deep a little bit.
If you play him as a number 10
Yeah.
with supporting Haaland,
Yeah.
potential.
Exactly. That's what I think.
Potential.
That's what I think will happen.
Okay.
And he'll be an almost second striker.
But
Maybe have
then-
them as split. Maybe have them as split strikers.
Whose service is going to be better for Haaland? Alvarez, KDB.
KDB's a bit older. He's
He is.
32 now.
But he's fine wine, innit? He's one of them players. He's one of them players like Robin. You know, Robin didn't have a peak, like not a peak, sorry, but he wasn't limited by his age.
Yeah, didn't have a big drop off.
No, and we see that with some players. Luka Modric, not limited by age.
No.
What's he, like 37? 36?
Yeah, he's old.
37, I think
Ridiculous.
Thiago Silva,
Yeah.
not limited by age.
No.
I feel like, you know, when you're that level of player,
now. Yeah.
age is but a number.
Yeah. Well, I think it could.
And you can adapt your playstyle. You know, if people like Milner are still playing, if people like Milner are still playing and still starting for Liverpool, I feel like KDB's got a few years left.
He's still got a few years, but I think even if that's the case, 4-4-2, Alvarez, Haaland up top,
Yeah, but
KDB and Rodri.
that would be interesting to see. I was very curious at the start of this season to see whether you were going to go 4-4-2, and as far
Yeah.
as I know, you still haven't played it yet, have you?
I think we have played it.
Oh yeah.
It's I don't know if we've started 4-4-2, but I've definitely seen us play
4-4-2.
I'd play actual 4-4-2. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pep
it's nice to
Guardiola
see.
and Sean Dyche.
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say.
texted. You know?
Yeah. So, I don't know, or even if you have a midfield diamond, KDB here, Gundogan there, Rodri, and then Alvarez there.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm just thinking stuff up, but
I mean, I'm sure the technician, the master technician, will work it out.
yeah,
But
I'm sure.
I trust Pep Guardiola a lot. I like him a lot. His football this season's been a bit boring, a little bit, but I
think
like
it's-
him a lot.
He's slowed the game down.
He
a
has
lot.
slowed
He's-
it down.
You know, you see Arsenal and you can see Arteta. He's still got that like obviously he was there with Centurions as the
Yeah.
assistant, and he's still got that fat like Sané and Sterling and Aguero up top. He's
Yeah.
still trying to go for that the pacey wingers.
And it looks great.
And
it's
yeah,
working.
it's great. It's entertaining.
It's
and
really
yeah,
entertaining.
and I really like that style. But
Again, it
Pep's-
hurts me to
Pep's
say, but I
ball-
think Arsenal have played the football that I've enjoyed the most this season.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? I'd say the same. I really
Mm-hmm.
like it. It reminds me a little bit as well of Klopp when it was Firmino and and Salah and Mane.
Yeah. I see it. I see it.
Again, fast pacey wingers.
Yeah.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah. It
And
is
yeah,
good.
When it works, it works. It's great.
And when it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, wasn't there the stat on Match of the Day?
Sorry, everyone.
That's all good.
Keep on going.
Okay. Wasn't this the stat on Match of the Day, Luke, about how haven't Man City beat Bournemouth every time they've played
Yeah,
them, or
in
they're
the-
unbeaten or something.
I think it's the last 16 meetings between the clubs. Obviously, that's over a few years because
Yeah,
Bournemouth have been down a few times. But
what a statistic that is.
yeah, I couldn't tell you last time I lost to them.
Yeah, and the thing is
Absolutely.
as well, like, even though it's only Bournemouth, it's a big win because you can't afford to drop more points.
No,
Especially when Arsenal are nicking 1-0s. And like,
exactly.
I wouldn't say Arsenal nicked it, to be fair. They played really well. Leicester offered nothing. Like, I saw something that Leicester had a 0.02 XG in that game,
Yeah.
which I actually do value XG quite a lot. Like, especially when it's that badly, you played badly. Like, it just,
Yeah.
there's no two ways around it. And it's weird because when Leicester played Man United a couple of weeks ago and they lost, they played really well and they were unfortunate to lose. But against Arsenal, there was only one winner in that.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
And they even had that Arsenal had a disallowed goal. Like,
I remember
for the
that. That was
touch
quite
on the
early on,
goalkeeper.
yeah.
I thought that was a bit soft.
Yeah,
but
it was quite
goalkeepers are
soft.
protected, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we might as well briefly touch on it as well now that Leicester got knocked out of the FA Cup yesterday by Blackburn Rovers.
I know.
So shout out you, Lewis. Sad you weren't there because I wanted to be there as well. But
Two clubs with 2 Premier Leagues between them.
yeah.
One
And
each.
do you want another stat about Blackburn?
Go on.
Blackburn are the only team in the Premier League and Championship that have never been to the new Wembley.
Really?
Wow.
My mate Lewis told me that yesterday. And that is a statistic that I reckon will be changing this year because either they'll be playing the playoff final, Championship, or FA Cup semi-final.
FA Cup semi.
They're one round away.
Fair play. It depends who they get next.
Yeah, it does
though.
depend who they get next. And Lewis was saying, my mate who supports Blackburn, he was saying that he wants an easy game now. It's like, of course you do.
Well,
right?
yeah, of course.
Play Man
At this
United or
point.
Man City at
Wembley,
Wembley.
yeah.
Cool.
But before
but-
Wembley, nah.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
a stat
right.
that is. They've never been to the new Wembley.
I didn't know they'd been
Only
to
team in
Wembley,
the
That's
yeah.
Prem and
shocking.
Champ. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is shocking.
But yeah, I mean, do you have much to say about the Arsenal Leicester game?
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say really. I think that's everything to do with that then. And then obviously, you'd probably say, well, no, definitely the biggest game of the weekend in terms of prestige was the League Cup final.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Man United,
Yeah.
Newcastle. I don't know if anyone's got anyone wants to start with that, but I mean, from what I saw, I wasn't watching it that closely, but Newcastle played a good game.
Was it a good game? I wasn't watching it at all because
Oh, okay.
I had just started work.
Newcastle
At
weren't
kickoff.
great.
What, really?
Not amazing. They were, well, I don't know.
Newcastle had chances. Like, I remember just before it went 1-0 Man United, Newcastle had a big chance to score, and then Man United just go and score on the other end, the
Yeah.
Casemiro one, which looked offside to me, Casemiro's goal.
Yeah, I think it wasn't Casemiro who was off. It was a different player. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But it
But
was someone else was offside, but they didn't touch
it
the
wasn't in
ball.
play, okay.
Yeah, so
Fair enough,
it
I
didn't-
must have read
yeah.
it wrong then. But then, obviously goes 1-0, and then Rashford makes it 2-0. Minutes later, then, that game's over then.
Yeah.
Newcastle don't score much.
Did that Rashford goal count? Did it go down as a no?
Well, I've not actually checked right, but my mate was saying that my mate George, one of his mates had a bet on, and the only thing that let him down was Rashford didn't score.
Oh.
But then he went to the bookies, and they paid out as a
Oh.
Rashford goal. So,
Oh.
I think
because-
it goes down as an own goal on.
okay, well, yeah, just
Thingy,
check it
though.
out. Because me and you were saying, Luke, weren't we, that you do favour the attacker there. Like,
Yeah, you don't want it down
It
as an
goes
own
down
goal.
as a Rashford goal.
yeah, that does it. There
Fair
you go
play.
then, yeah. But that's right. Even though it was a big deflection,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what I want to see personally. Like, and the Newcastle player doesn't want to claim it.
No.
Like,
I was gonna say
Whereas
there was.
Foden's goal last night
I was gonna say the
was
phone.
not a goal.
Yeah, I was gonna
for
say
me.
that's a deflection, wasn't it?
Yeah, but for
Yeah.
me that's not a goal.
Why?
Do you think? It was going wide.
Well, yeah, it was going wide and then it deflects in.
So for me, it has to be if it's a shot on target that deflects and goes anywhere, then it's the player's goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if it's off
But
target,
if it's off
it
target and it
deflects.
deflects, for me, it's not a goal.
Oh no, that's how I feel. Exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if did that go down as a Foden goal and
Yeah.
he got a brace.
The last I heard. Let me double check.
That's a fair point. I didn't think about
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
So, what was the score yesterday in the City game? I don't remember against
that.
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah.
Foden
Yeah,
with 2
Foden
and
Foden with 2.
De Bruyne with 1.
Yeah, that De Bruyne goal was nice.
Yeah, De Bruyne, nice, good shot.
It
I
was
think
nice.
just outside the box.
Yeah.
That was
Just
good.
gave him a yard, and he just says, "You shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that."
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be a long time till Newcastle get another opportunity like that. Like a couple of years, potentially.
Champions League next season.
You're throwing that out there.
Europa League next season, not Champions League.
No, they could get Champions League football.
They'd get eaten alive in the Champions League.
I think they'd get out of the group. Depends.
I think so.
I think third in the group.
There's a summer.
Well, it depends what group they get.
Yeah.
There's
If
a
they
summer
get-
window coming.
True.
They've
That
got
would
the
attract.
money.
That would attract a lot of players.
They've got the money. Champions League football. Mbappe to Newcastle. Nah. People have spoken about that one. But
Yeah,
no.
I know, that's
Yeah.
so weird.
I think Mbappe to United.
Really?
I'm starting to see it now. I'm
Oh,
starting to see
oh
it.
yeah, we'll get your opinions on this then. You know what I've started to see a lot recently? Harry Kane to Man United.
I've been seeing that. People have been talking to me about that.
I could see that.
I could see it. But
Levy won't sell him.
that's one. Two is Osimhen.
Mm.
What do you take? Do you take a proven English Premier League top goal scorer if he keeps on playing in the Prem? Or do you go for the newer wonder kid-esque? He's a bit older. Is Osimhen 23, 24?
Yeah, I was thinking 23. Yeah.
23. He's not a wonder kid anymore, but he's proven himself in Serie A. He's proven himself in the Champions League. He can score goals. He's quick. He can dribble. He's quite technical. He can finish. He's strong. What's not to like? Like he's a bit of a dream.
But people have described players from other leagues as this a lot before anyway. Like Timo Werner was this remarkable, quick.
Yeah, I didn't see it to be fair.
Which, the Bundesliga hype though at that time. And Sancho. I would take Harry Kane in that
For
situation.
me, Sancho is still a baller. He needs time. He's 21, 22 this year. He's 22 this year because he's a year younger than me. This is my claim to fame, like they say on there. I have played against Jadon Sancho and pocketed him. And I think twice. So this is the story. Let me set the scene. So I went to a school in northwest London, not so far away from the school in northwest London that Jadon Sancho went to. And I'm the year above him in the school, I feel like. But because he was a baller, he was playing with the year aboves anyway. He was on the roster for the team for what year was it? I think it was year 9 or 10 for me, so he was a year 8 or 9.
Okay.
Anyway, we had Harefield. I've just said the school name. I think I can say that though, because people know where he went to school. I just don't want people to know where I went to school.
Well, we can cut it out as well.
Oh, okay, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, we can say Harefield because people know that he went to Harefield Academy. If people are fans enough of Sancho, then they'll know where he went to school. But if you didn't know where Sancho went to school, now you know where he went to school. But we had them, and I wasn't even meant to play this day. I wasn't on the lineup. I hadn't been training for the last few weeks. But people had pulled out, as they always used to do in school. So I'm in PE, and my PE teacher says, "Oh, Benny, playing tonight against Harefield." I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough." I spoke to my boys, and like most of my boys were the football boys, like at my school. Like most of my close friends were in the team. I feel like it was like that for most of us. And they all said, "Yeah, we're playing." So afterwards we can go back and like chill at Leon's or like go and get some food or something. So I was like, "Oh, okay, sound. Yeah, I'll play, sir. I'll play." Anyway, I had maybe one of the best and worst games of my life. One of the worst because I really didn't play well, but one of the best because I locked up Sancho. So it's like, what can I say? So I'm playing a kind of holding midfielder role. We were playing 4-4-2, of course. So I'm playing a kind of drop back and defend centre mid. You know, I would get up, but only to release the ball. I didn't need to do anything when it came to getting into the final third, and that was not my role. And my best friend at the time, Leon, was our left back, and he was a baller. He should have gone pro, but like every boy, he had one of them bad knee injuries. But for him, it was actually awful. He did his ACL when he was in the Arsenal Academy, and that was that. But Leon would have been a baller. Leon, this one's for you, man. Like we talk about this. We tell this story all the time because it is our 10 minutes of fame. But yeah, so me and Leon link up and say, listen, if Jadon starts coming at us, just give it to him. Just clatter him. Let him know that you're there. That was the team talk, innit? And I won't lie. He did twist me up quite a few times. I'm a tall guy. My centre of gravity is quite high. So he twisted me up a few times, but he didn't get past Leon once. I got a few good challenges on him, and we won. I think we beat them twice that season. That's why I wanted to say I locked him up twice. But there's one game I remember because I didn't have a good game. I tried to block a ball, and it hit me right in my what's this my oblique. Is this an oblique?
Just side.
My side. It hit me in my side and winded me. And this was like 10 minutes into the game. So then I'm running around after that, like just absolutely chuffing out of my ass because I just haven't recovered properly. But we're in a game and it was what it was. So I didn't play well that game, but I'll never forget it. And Sancho, if you ever see this, thank you, mate. Thanks for that game. It was a good game.
And like, what did you know of Sancho at the time? Did you just know him as he was at Watford, wasn't he? So just like a Watford.
He was at
Academy.
Watford Academy. So the school he went to, Harefield Academy, is linked to the Watford Academy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I had friends who were in the Harefield Academy, at Harefield Watford Academy with him, but again in my year, so the year above him. But they would tell me, oh yeah, Jaden's probably going to be a baller. You know, like people were seeing his potential from young. People were seeing it from young. He was very disciplined, very dedicated. And then I think a few years later he ends up at Man City, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, like it paid off for him. But yeah, he was a good player. He was a very good player from very early. And I loved watching him when he first broke through from England because I was like, you haven't changed your style of football at all. Like you want to get the ball and you want to progress and you're not shy to take people on and things like that. I loved it. And then he went to Dortmund, did numbers. I loved watching that. But then he came to United and it all went wrong a bit.
Yeah.
But now I feel like just let him build up that confidence again. Let him get fully match fit. I think there's still a big player in there.
Yeah. I was going to say that I met a lad once who he played with Phil Foden. Like he was from Stockport, and he said at like he used to play like Sunday League, and Phil Foden. I think he was 14, and Phil Foden was like 10 or something. But he was playing with like the older lads, and he said he got absolutely done in by this like 10-year-old Phil Foden. At like 14, and he was really embarrassed. But he was like, yeah, he's going to be a baller.
Yeah, it's funny how the levels are already that high when they're 14 or 10 or whatever that they can do you at that point as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, another one of my friends plays for United now. Sancho is not my friend. I'm not claiming that one. But I know people who are friends with Sancho because of of the area we're in. So I know people who are friends with him, but he's not my friend. I'm not going to claim that. My friend is Nathan Bishop. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anyone's heard of him.
I think I might have heard of him.
4th choice goalkeeper.
Right.
But his career arc has been. From school, he got signed by Southend. Southend, he played maybe 2 seasons there, then went to United. United went out on loan to the Stags, which is Middlesbrough. Is the Stags Middlesbrough?
I don't know, mate.
Might be.
It might be. And then now he's back at United. But he's a really good goalkeeper. He's quite good friends with Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, nice.
And a few of the other boys, and they've got a lot of good things to say about him. So
that's good.
So he's gonna be great. But then this is what I was gonna say: the level, because he's my friend. We used to play a lot of football together. We used to go to like Astro. I don't know. Is it like a known thing? Is Astro called Astro everywhere?
Yeah.
I
call it Astro.
Everyone calls it Astro. All right, good. So we used to go Astro together probably like twice a week and shit when he wasn't training with with Watford and whatever, with his personal trainers and whatever. And I think I only scored past this guy, in 3 years of playing lots of football together. I probably only scored against him maybe 4 times. And I'm telling you, we played like 60 seconds, we played Wembley, we played singles, doubles, we played every game you can imagine, where I'm having like, in a day, maybe 15 shots against him. Nothing. Nothing. The one goal I scored that I'll never forget against him was and I wonder if you will remember this. I'm going to send you this clip of the podcast. One day when we were taking free kicks against you, and I hit the most fluky, I didn't mean to do this at all, but I hit a knuckleball that it looked like it was going left, and then it just went into the top right. And you were like, oh shit, that had some knuckle on it. And I was like, oh shit, it did. And you were like, do it again then. Nah, never. I could never do it again. So I wonder if you remember that. But I remember that. And he's a really good player. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's next because he's my age. He's 23, so he's young as a footballer, but he's even younger in goalkeeping years. So
goalkeepers can go forever.
Let's see how it pans out.
Yeah.
It's funny as well how many of these ballers are just from London. Like obviously Sancho. It's a big one.
Sterling.
Like Hudson-Odoi. Like I know hit the heights.
No,
but,
no.
Like a lot of like cage football as well.
Yeah.
I think that might be a London thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like
It has to be.
I don't see cages.
I don't see cages
Nah,
here.
there's no cage around here.
Which is a shame because that sounds
in fact,
unbelievable.
I think there might be one round the corner from where we are now. You know,
Okay.
behind that church on Abbeydale. Not Abbeydale Road.
I played on there, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
We just don't have the
It's
culture
like-
though, do we?
The
I feel
culture's
like
not here.
the young academy
Not
kids
one.
at that level are like, yeah, let's go cages
Yeah,
every week.
No, we go
Yeah.
like park and that.
Yeah.
Well, when I was younger.
I feel like now as well it's
Still go
Astro,
far.
innit? Everyone goes Astro.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But growing up, it was cages, it was the trenches, it was it was
I
crazy.
was gonna say near me we had two Astro indoor
Oh,
pitches
fucking
that we
hell.
always used to play heads and V's on. In like
Two
college.
indoor Astro pitches.
Yeah, they weren't. It was like £2 entry.
Oh, fair play.
It wasn't like I think we had to bring our own balls because the balls they had weren't good at all.
Just
They
that
still
flat
had
balls.
Yeah, they were quite flat, and
Yeah.
the guy would get a bit mardy sometimes. But I was just
Mm.
like, still though, like it was indoors, so like it meant if you skied it, it didn't.
No,
it
yeah,
didn't
that's
go on the
good.
main
Yeah,
road. Like the
yeah.
one by the church, we've skied it, and it's gone on the main road.
Oh shit! What that one? That
Yeah.
yeah.
It's hit the side of a car, and it's like,
Oh dear! Oh dear!
and it was my ball, so I was really scared.
Oh dear! Yeah, that's not good. That's not what you want. No.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say one thing we should touch on definitely before we wrap up as well is tonight all of us are going to Sheffield United versus Spurs,
Yep.
and you are in the away end.
I am in the way end, thanks to my plug, my boy who never lets me down from early. I went to school with this guy as well, and he's a massive Tottenham fan. He's followed Tottenham home and away, basically everywhere, every corner of the globe.
Nice.
I say corner of the globe, but nah, he's not been to like the East Asian. But
Did he go
I reckon
Champions
he
League
will
final?
go. He did go Champions League final.
Nice.
And that cost him way too much money. But he's been everywhere. He's been absolutely everywhere with Spurs. And if I ever need a ticket, I shout him, and he never lets me down.
That's good.
So thank you very much for tonight, Alex. I appreciate you, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing you because I haven't seen him in a little while as well. But yeah, away end settings. First time away at Bramall Lane.
Yeah, it's a weird away end. It's very tight and dependent. Do you know if are you upper or lower, or you're not sure?
I don't have a clue. Yet.
If you're lower and you're at the back, unlucky.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that's where me and Charlie are going for Luton.
Yeah.
So,
But But yeah, anyway, you'll have a good time, and there'll be a lot of Tottenham
You're
fans
going to the
there.
Luton away end.
yeah. Well,
How
again,
has that
Charlie was on the
happened?
Charlie was on the podcast.
Is he from Luton?
Yeah, he's from Luton. He's a
Oh,
Luton
God.
Town fan.
What an unfortunate man. Nah, I'm
But,
joking.
I don't know. He was on about Luton away. I was like, yeah, I'll come
Yeah,
with you
fuck
for
it.
that.
Send
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
What's that for? League?
The league?
Yeah.
Yeah, the league. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a
Something-
day out,
it's
isn't
something
it?
to do.
It's
innit?
a day
Yeah,
out.
it's
It's
something
a-
to do, and it
yeah,
will
I
mean
can never say no to football.
no.
Like,
And it-
yeah.
And it'll mean when I've been there and tonight, it means I've been in all four corners.
Oh, that's sick. Nice.
Yeah,
Bramall
nice.
Lane.
Bramall Lane completed it, man.
Yeah, done all of it. Which
Nice.
I was saying to my mate yesterday. I don't even think I've done that at Etihad.
Yeah, I was
I've
going to
been
say it
in-
would be hard to do at the empty ad because tickets are always sold out, aren't they?
And you wouldn't have been in the away end.
Well, no, I've not. No,
Oh,
but
no.
I've been in the south stand. I've
Oh,
been in
yeah,
south
City
stand,
have
north
the away
stand.
end.
I've been Colin Bell.
Don't they?
I don't think I've been east stand. Oh wait, no, other way around. I've been east stand. I've not been Colin Bell, and I've been
Well.
in that corner, and I've been that corner, but I haven't been that corner.
We need to change that, complete that
do.
as well. But
Or have I been that corner? And not that one. I can't. I think I've done 3 corners and 3 stands. I've not done all 4 though.
yeah, fair. Well, are you feeling confident for tonight?
Very.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
You're gonna put out B team?
No, I think we'll put out a decent side.
Yeah.
I think we'll put out a decent side. Obviously, our midfield is our B team anyway at the minute.
Yeah.
But I expect. Okay, let's go through my lineup. So Foster in net, because it has to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we'll put. Yeah, Royale will start. Romero won't. So I'm going to go with the back 3 of Langley, Dyer, and Ben Davies. Perisic on the left.
Nice.
Midfield of Sarr and not Winks.
Skip.
Skip.
Yeah.
I was thinking, why can I not get his name yet? Skip Winks is in
We were just
Italy.
talking about him
We
earlier.
were earlier. So Skip and Sarr in the midfield. Richarlison to start. Lucas to start. And Son to start.
Fair.
Yeah.
Kane on the bench.
Kane on the bench. Let him rest.
Yeah.
Bring him on if we need him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Kane started tonight.
I think Richarlison can dispatch against Sheffield United. No disrespect to Sheffield United, but I think. Well, I mean, he was just up for the fucking. He was just up for the Puskas Award,
Yeah.
and now he's playing at Bramall Lane.
Was he? What was the goal that he scored that was...
The World Cup goal where he like. It was the bicycle kick where he lifts it for himself.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Fucking
Yeah, that was
different
good.
gravy, and it was intentional.
Yeah.
The people saying it wasn't intentional, you're all Arsenal fans, and you're upset because you've got Jesus, and you thought he was Jesus, but he turned out to be a fraud. And that was so intentional. It's like, did you see Marcus Rashford's heel-to-heel flick midair?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Different gravy, like midair heel flick to him. Ugh, disgusting. But yeah, the Puskas Award this year was actually the disabled football. Did you see it? Did you see the winning goal?
No, I've not seen
It's
it.
really good. I'll show you after this. It's a bicycle kick from a geezer who's got one leg.
Wow.
In
Oh,
the,
I think
in the Polish league.
I think I might have seen that on Twitter.
It's a
while
finish.
ago.
It's a really good finish. I think it was up for 3 goals. So it was that one, Richarlison, and then I don't know who the last one was, but it was a rocket. Oh, Dimitri Payet.
Oh, I've not seen
Have you
that
not
one.
seen it?
No.
He hits it from about like 36 yards from a corner. Ball gets played out to him. No one marking him. Meets it, half volley. Just the most pure strike I've ever seen in my life, and it just flies top right.
Yeah, fair.
It's a good goal.
Well, Di Maria's goal the other day
I didn't see it.
in the Europa League for Juventus.
Yeah. Was
I'll
it
show
good?
you after.
Yeah.
That'll be a contender for
Puskas
Puskas
next year. Yeah,
like,
fair
that's
enough.
the level we're talking about.
Fair enough.
But so yeah, say Sheffield United somehow win tonight, which isn't impossible.
It's not impossible.
Unlikely, but not impossible.
Unlikely, but not
Magic
impossible.
of the FA Cup and all
Magic
that.
of the FA
If that
Cup.
happens, what are you thinking as a Spurs fan? It's not the end of the world. It's frustrating. but
If that happens, it's not good. It's not looking good, brav.
yeah.
It's big man ting, brav. Yeah, if that happens, it's quite dark days. This is our best shot at a trophy so far.
Yeah.
We know that. We're dedicated to. In fact, fuck best shot. This is our only shot at a trophy now. I'll be so real. We're not winning the Champions League with the squad we've got at the minute. It's not happening. Even with all the Spurs luck in the world, yeah, we can't do it. We can't do another night away at Ajax.
Yeah,
if we
well, that's when
needed
you
to.
used all your luck anyway.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Those
So,
two
And Man
games,
City as well.
City and
it's-
Ajax.
and City and Ajax, yeah. It's so. I'll be so real. We're not getting to a Champions League final, so we need to push for the FA Cup to end this trophy drought. If we don't win, then it's fucked. I reckon we should just bottle Champions League and focus on the Premier League because we need top 4.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need top 4. At the minute, Newcastle have 2 games in hand, and I think only 1 point separates us.
Right.
So it's looking scary. It's
What-
scary days if we don't win this.
Yeah. Well, so let me give you 2 options, and you probably know what I'm about to say. But would you take an FA Cup win but no top 4, or top 4 and no FA Cup?
You lose tonight.
Yeah, you lose tonight, yeah.
For me personally, and a lot of people will probably disagree with this, I'll take an FA Cup win
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
finish 5th. Play
Yeah.
Europa League.
Yeah.
I'm not. Europa League's a good competition,
Yeah, no.
and I think we could win it next season potentially if we get things right in the summer. If the squad continues to work together, if we either back Conte's vision or bring in Poch, I think Europa League is completely achievable. So I would happily take FA Cup win tonight and hopefully win the whole thing and finish 5th.
yeah,
then
we're
finish
talking
top
5th,
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I respect that, but I just feel like the Champions League's different gravy though. Like, even if you don't have the best chance of winning it next year, just the fact that you're in
It's
it.
great to be in
Yeah,
it.
Like-
it's great to be.
But to be fair, yeah, we've been in it for so long now that it's like we've had
Novelty's
one
wearing
season
off a
out.
bit.
Yeah, we've had one season out of it in like 6 seasons.
No, that's
Maybe
impressive.
Yeah.
it might even be a bit longer. Like we've had one season out of it when we played in Conference League.
Yeah, and you
like,
forfeited that as well, didn't
and
you?
we did forfeit that. Yeah, because to be fair, they were a bit unfair to us because
Was
of
it
COVID
against
rules and shit like that. It was
Rennes?
against Rennes. Yeah. But that's whatever. That I wasn't that fussed about that.
Yeah, that's right.
And fair play. I'm glad I got to see Jose Mourinho make history again. because he became the first manager to win that. He became the first manager to win every European trophy.
I know he
didn't
did.
Yeah, all
So-
three.
And I'm sure Pep's gutted that he's been playing Champions League football all this time.
So yeah, I'd happily take
Yeah,
FA
take
Cup
the FA Cup.
and leave the Champions League alone for a year. Anyway, Arsenal are going to be in it next year, and I just can't wait to laugh at them. So, but we'll see. I might not. There might be serious guys next year in the Champions League. We'll see.
I think Chelsea will have their midweeks free next week, so I'll just sit back, relax, watch some EastEnders or something. Like
That's it.
Do something.
Get the goggle box on.
But
Or,
yeah, I
when
think that's all we've got time for.
Yeah, I was going to say when there's Champions League on BT, you can watch Championship on Sky.
There you go.
You can watch Middlesbrough.
That's where the real football is.
Yeah, you know.
Middlesbrough could be in the Prem next year.
Oh, well, I don't know. Who's not going up?
Luton.
Yeah, Luton.
No. But yeah, so anyway, we've been recording for ages, so I think we'll wrap up there.
Sound. Well, thank you both so much for having me
cheers
on.
for coming
It's
on.
been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll be back. Hopefully I didn't say anything too outlandish.
No.
Yeah, okay,
we'll do something else. All right, see you later.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.